He's there all the time.
It's 7 o'clock. We'll call the regular village board meeting to order. If everyone would rise to say the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, will please call the roll.
Marevka. Here. Jones. March. Here. Parker. Here. Ham.
Here.
Bowden.
Here.
Approval or corrections to the minutes of the August 27th, 2018 regular village board meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? If not, a motion to approve.
A motion.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Marevka, seconded by trustee March.
Marevka. Yes. March.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
And Bowden.
Yes.
And then the approval of the board meeting, the special board meeting minutes from September the 4th, 2018. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? If not, a motion.
A motion.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee Ham, seconded by trustee Parker.
Ham.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Bowden.
Yes.
March.
Yes.
Marevka. Yes.
Before I move on, I know all the trustees know Mike Schofield, but for those out in, or going to be watching the meeting on video, Mike is going to be working for the village as the interim village administrator while we continue to do our search for the full-time. The board has hired GMT, which includes Mike and Gene Steinmark, who is in the audience tonight. They are going to be conducting the search, and while we're doing the search, they'll be assisting us with some, hopefully, economic development and as the interim administrator. So welcome to...
Thank you.
Welcome to Peotone.
And thank you all for your confidence in GMT.
Accounts payable and payroll. Payroll pay period ending in 8/25/18, the amount of $51,351.50. Accounts payable, general fund $74,522.98. Water and sewer fund $10,068.35, giving a total of all funds of $84,591.33. Are there any questions on any of the bills?
So what's Mugabug? Is that exterminator?
I believe that's probably the chemicals for the mosquito.
Oh, all right.
Right,
Things for the
the
stagnant.
traps for the sewer.
Okay, thank you. Glad you asked, aren't you?
If no other questions, a motion to pay the bills and the payroll.
Motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Motion by trustee Parker, seconded by trustee Marevka.
Parker.
Yes.
Marevka. Yes. March.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Bowden.
Yes. Okay, public comment and/or questions on any non-agenda item. We'll move on to reports of committees. Oh, I didn't see you get up, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Greg Borman, Library Director, Peotone Public Library District. Just a reminder, September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month, so we'd like to see everybody in and get their library cards.
Very good. Thank you. And for those in the village that haven't been to the library, we have a tremendous library here in town. We're very fortunate for that. A lot of available resources there, and even you can even do books like online, correct? So just a lot of resources there. So check that out. All right. Anything else? So we'll go into reports of committees. No police chief's report tonight, and no engineer's report tonight. I do know that the street work, that's going to be being finished up this week, the street patching project, so that'll be completed, should be all completed this week. They're running a little bit behind. We had a little bit of a delay, but I talked with Bob this morning, and it should be wrapped up. And we were able to get a little more work done than initially planned, too, just because things came in a little bit less than initially thought, so.
I know they're working on Rathje too. We got a phone call from the school
And they're closing
Right.
it down.
Yes, that's starting to ramp up now. So the detour will be in effect and the road will be closed. For a while, we've been in communication with the school. I know Troy's been in communication and Chief Mort's been talking with Steve Stein over at the school too. So everything is in place for that. All right, no old business. We'll move on to new business. Item A, an ordinance enacting and adopting a supplement to the code of ordinances for the Village of Peotone. This ordinance adopts supplement 2018 S38 to the Village Code of Ordinances. So periodically, ordinances which have been adopted by the village board are sent to the American Legal Publishing Corporation, who prepares the supplement to the Village Code of Ordinances. Questions, discussion? So this would be ordinance number 18-06, an ordinance enacting and adopting a supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the Village of Peotone.
Motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Motion by trustee Bowden, seconded by trustee Marevka.
Bowden?
Yes.
Marevka? Yes. March?
Yes.
Ham?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Item B, discussion concerning village administrator search. So I just have this on the agenda, just so we can kind of,
Sure.
maybe you can give an overview to the board of kind of
Absolutely.
where we're going to.
Okay, and I haven't actually had an opportunity to meet each one of you, so this is the first salvo. Thanks again for allowing us to work with you. We're looking forward to our time in Peotone.
It's the hotline.
Yes, yeah, this is the hotline's on there, yes, yes. Met with the mayor briefly, Gene and I did last Friday, and I mentioned a couple things that we wanted to move forward on. One, relative to the search, was to look at sources. Where would be the most effective places to place an ad for the position? And got half a dozen sites that I think are going to be very good. And there's no surprise in these. The Illinois City Managers Association has a very extensive job listing and an extensive network. And along with ILCMA is the Assistant Managers Group. It's a subset of that. And I really think that's the pool that you'll be looking at in terms of candidates. Along with that, the Illinois Municipal League, you're probably all familiar with their publication. It comes out, they have an expansive listing of position opening. So I've got calls in to both of those now. Nothing's been placed. In fact, we haven't begun to prepare the advertisement. What I want to do is a draft or two, bring it back to you to take a look at it, for you to ink it up, and we'll come up with something that everyone's comfortable with. One of the things, and I think this is going to pay dividends, our partner, Terry Burghardt, who's been in the public administration business since early 70s, had some comments. I talked to him Sunday, and he sent on to Gene and I a little narrative, which I'll share with you. I got a copy to you. But one of the things that he saw was that he saw the marketplace where it's going to be for a young individual with a family, or an individual recently married, or in that mode, that schools are going to be a critical aspect, and also the housing market. And I think we can work with that. We want to come up with some wording that begins to focus on the quality of life out here. And I think that'll be a real draw. But give us a week or two to come up with a couple of drafts for you, and then we'll go from there, if that's okay.
No, that's good. If you get it done, you can email it to me, and then I can, move it on to
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
trustees, and
Right.
they would have an opportunity to look at it before
Right.
our next meeting.
And I'm going to leave just a couple of other, from different sources, just so you get a feel for it. One of the questions when we met a week or so ago was, had we worked for a community of 4,000 before, and we had not. And would that be a challenge? Now, in the publications I looked at, it's all over the map in terms of population. I mean, you have very large communities advertised, but you also have very modest-sized communities, and I don't think that's going to be an issue. But it remains to be seen until we get the advertisement put together, we identify the sources, and we place the ad. But I'm very positive about what the outcome's going to be. So it's a work in progress, but we're here to move forward on it. So.
Any input from the trustees, anything that you want to see as part of that ad, or that you can think of off the top of your heads?
Still on a 3-month timeline, you think?
That seemed reasonable. And you've got my outline, and you have my email address, and if something comes up, drop me a line. I mean, it's perfectly fine. I mean, we can kick it around prior or during the process, certainly. And you won't hurt our feelings if you don't like what we present. The idea is that it's something that you're comfortable with, something that actually addresses the key issues and gets across the message you want out there. So that's it. Pretty direct.
Great. Anything else?
I just mentioned tomorrow I'm going to go downtown and sit in a meeting at CMAP, the Metropolitan Agency for Planning. They have their local technical assistance program out now, and there's opportunities to get either outright support through a consulting group on a variety of urban planning issues, downtown development issues, sort of a soup to nuts. You can go online, and if you're interested, it's the CMAP. If you Google CMAP, it'll come up, and look for LTA, Local Technical Assistance, and it will give you sort of a thumbnail sketch on that. I've also got information that I'll leave with the mayor. And I'm going there, and please, don't think that in my representation of you that I am committing you to anything. No, I am there, I'm sort of, the walking point to get information and to bring it back to you. Now, it doesn't say that Gene or Terry, for that matter, or myself, won't have our own thoughts on what you should do. But by and large, we're not going to bring you into something without your understanding and your support. So this may be something that looks very good for the village, but I think it's important for me to go down there and sit in.
Good.
Okay. All right. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks again. Look forward to working with you.
Gene, did you have anything that you wanted to?
Oh, don't ever ask.
Don't ask Gene, okay? Okay. We'll move on to item C, JJ Newell Concrete. Contractor requests partial payment in the amount of $48,054.47 for the 2018 sidewalk replacement program. This is the total amount of the original contract was $50,583.65. This is less the 5% retention, leaving the amount of $48,054.47. I talked with Bob this morning, and all of the sidewalks have been approved, and he's comfortable, and Troy was comfortable with making the payment.
They're all landscaped and stuff?
Yes, that was my understanding.
Okay.
Any discussion? If not, a motion to approve the estimate or the partial payment of $48,054.47 to J.J. Newell for this year's sidewalk replacement program.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion by trustee March, seconded by trustee Ham.
March?
Yes.
Ham?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Bowden?
Yes.
Moret?
Wednesday night is the Aqua is holding the open house at the high school from 6 to 8. Just to reiterate, this is an open house being held by Aqua. Aqua is going to be there to answer residents' questions regarding anything from billing to services. They'll have a bunch of their people there in the commons area at the high school. This is not a meeting. This is not a public hearing. All of that has taken place previously. This is just purely an informational meeting being held by Aqua for the residents. I did want to clarify in the Vidette, we had some of the rates were posted in the Vidette last week or a week before. Yeah. But I think one of the things that some people are confused about or unclear about is there is no 5,000 gallon a month minimum. The 5,000 gallon number that was put in that chart was based off of the village's 5,000 gallon minimum per quarter previously, and kind of an average usage by most people or most residences in the communities, like 4,500 or 4,800, somewhere in that area. That being said, if somebody only uses 1,000 gallons of water, they're only going to be billed for that 1,000 gallons of water. So in October, when Aqua takes over the billing, and I think this was all in the paper, but I'll just go over it quickly. The base water rate, starting October the 1st per month, is $9.75. The base sewer rate is $8.48. And then water per 1,000 gallons will be $2.23, and sewer per 1,000 gallons will be $2.25. So if somebody uses 1,000 gallons of water, their total bill is going to be $22.71. If they use 2,000 gallons, then that's going to go up by the $2.23 and the $2.25. In January of 2020, when Aqua's rates go into effect, the consolidated rate, the water base is $23.03. The sewer base is $40.02, which includes the first 1,000 gallons of sewer. The first 1,000 gallons of water is not included in the $23.03, but the first 1,000 gallons of sewer is included in the sewer base. And then water per 1,000 gallons is $7.57, and sewer per 1,000 gallons is $7.09. That's the 2020 rates from Aqua. So the rate that'll be billed monthly starting October is Aqua's continuing with the villages, and that mirrors the village's rates, those numbers that I gave first. Does that make sense to everybody? Is that somewhat clear? Questions of the press?
Can you spell their names?
Can you spell your name?
I can.
That's good.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry. SCHOLEFIELD.
You just met Mike. And what about Gene's last name?
Oh, no one can spell that.
M-A-R-C-H. M-A-R-C-H, yes.
Sorry, Mary.
You're fine. No. Correspondence, communication, petitions. Yes.
Consolidated election for the village is April the 2nd, 2019. The packets with all of your election information will be available at the Village Hall beginning September 18th. There are 3 4-year terms and 2 2-year unexpired terms open.
And when is the deadline for filing?
Filing will be December, I believe it's the week of the 10th.
Very good. Anything else from the board? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Second? Motion by trustee March, seconded by trustee Bowden.
March?
Yes.
Bowden?
Yes.
Ham?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
And Marevka? Yes.
Meeting is adjourned.
I'll meet you.
Yeah, and obviously,
Oh, yes, yes.
It's okay, it's okay.